Hey everyone, I am back. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. I hope that you have had an amazing week. For those of you who tune in every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, welcome back. We are here live on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. For those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, welcome. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. We are here live, as I mentioned, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. And for those of you who are tuning into the replay on Dr. Nikisha Hammond YouTube page, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. So thanks for those who are starting to join here. Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Let me know where you are tuning in from in the chat today. For those of you, depending on where you're at in the world, who are still in 2024, happy early new year. And for those of you who are already in 2025 on the other side of the world, happy new year to you. This year, it's already over, which is crazy. I felt like I just started doing mental health moment at the top of the year and we are closing out the year, which is completely insane. But nonetheless, welcome. And again, thanks for those who are joining here. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat here. And hopefully I will actually be able to see the comments because the comments will do whatever the comments want to do when it comes to technology. So for those of you who've been tuning in for the last, I can actually see some of them. Happy New Year to you as well from Boston's in the house. Welcome. For those of you who have been tuning in to the last couple of months of Mental Health Moment, we have been going through my newest book, which is Mindset Training, Conquer Your Mind, and the Rest Will Follow, that I need to put in the frame. There we go. Mindset Training, Conquer Your Mind, and the Rest Will Follow. That is available on Amazon and all online book outlets. And we've been going through every chapter, and I cannot believe it, you all, but we are on the last chapter today. So if you missed any of the chapters, you can always go to the replay on Dr. Nikisha Hammond YouTube and watch all the replays. If you have the book, hopefully you've been highlighting. If you don't have the book, definitely grab the book, and you can also watch the replays anyhow with some highlighted things that I mentioned from the book. But again, welcome for those who are starting to join here. Thank you. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. So the last chapter, chapter 21, the last chapter of this book was actually about what does this book do for you and how do you want to see your life over, the upcoming months and the upcoming year. And one of the things that I asked you to do, if you haven't already read the book, it's a little spoiler alert, but is to really close your eyes and visualize the life that you would live if you cared for yourself the way you should. If you stopped talking bad about yourself and fed yourself positive self-talk, if you cleared your mental clutter, if you found inner peace, and if you gave yourself permission to heal from yourself and those who have done things to you, if it put more value into your most important relationships, and if you grew spiritually, and if you gave back in your own way. And I know that's a lot, but it makes sense when you actually read the book. But if you put all that together, a couple of questions for you to really think about is how do you put all this into play and what could your life look like? And it's so funny because when I wrote the book, obviously I didn't know that I'd be finishing the book with you all at the end of the year. And I just think it's interesting because, and I asked you all to think about it last week, but I just think it's interesting because a lot of times, especially when we get to the end of the year, we're at the beginning of a new year, we're really in a state of reflection, which is good. But my hope for you though, is that you go into this new year and you continue to be in a state of reflection for you, not just at the end of the year, but all throughout the year. So let me know in the comments. Hopefully I'll see them when they start to pop up. More of them start to pop up. But let me know what your word or your phrase, hopefully that you have for 2025 is. So just jot it in the comments. And like I said, sometimes these comments will just pop up and there'll be a flood of them. Sometimes, unfortunately, I cannot see them at all, which is a bummer because I like reading you all's comments. But yeah, let me know in the comments a word or a phrase that you have for next year. And the reason that I'm asking you to ponder upon this word or phrase is because it's really important to be intentional. I hope that is a plan for you going into this new year to really think about being intentional into who you want to be. Maybe you're already being that person or who you want to become. Either way, we're all at different points in our wellness journey, and that is okay to be at different points. But I hope that you incorporate holistic self care, which is essentially what mindset training is all about. And really, there's a lot of questions in chapter 21, frankly, of what life could look like when you really start to incorporate the changes that you've seen on Mental Health Moment for those of you who've been tuning in, or that you're incorporated with self-help books, or that you're incorporating with podcasts you listen to, or any way that you know that you're working on bettering yourself. When you really stop and think about it, how would your life look like, 6 months or a year from now, when you really took more time to be more intentional and put those things into place and took better care of yourself, right? So just some things for you to be thinking about. One of the things I talk about in this chapter as well is that I I I strongly believe, and I wrote this in here, that the best version of yourself still resides inside of you. So for some of you, you may be like, I don't know where the best version of myself is. I feel lost or I'm unclear. And that's okay if you're at that point. Some of you may be like, yep, I discovered myself this year. Maybe that was your discovery for 2024, just finding yourself again, which is great. And again, we're all at different places in our journeys, but recognize that there is a better version of yourself, or best version of yourself, if you will, inside of you, but it's allowing yourself permission to heal. It's allowing yourself permission to take care of yourself, understanding you deserve to thrive. You deserve to be emotionally healthy. You deserve to have love and peace and joy in your life. You deserve all those things. And really taking that to heart, because sometimes we say things but we don't really believe it, or we think that is true for other people but not ourselves, right? So it's a journey and it's okay, but it's a journey to get there for sure. I'm going to read you the last chapter out of the book. Maybe some of you already have it, or you already highlighted it, but I did leave off with saying the foundation has been laid for you. A seed has been deposited in your mind, in your spirit. Water and nurture the seed and grow into the fantastic, happy, productive human being you were created to be. So that is essentially, and of course, there's more to chapter 21, but I'm just highlighting it for you. And I wanted to just read you those last couple of sentences because, again, especially going into this new year, I see it all the time, year after year after year, that we get so excited sometimes for the new year, and we get into our reflection, and it's going to be new year, new me, and all these great things, which is a great attitude to have. And then come January, February, Marchish, we start to forget what some of our goals may be, or we stop with the reflective practice until like the end of the year again. So please don't do that. But instead, please, though, instead think about how can you be reflecting on your growth throughout the years, throughout the year, and things you can change for the better, and things you're celebrating, because you're allowed to celebrate small wins too, right? Like there's so many components of growing as a person. Celebrate the small wins, yes, but also recognize, you know what, there's this particular area of my life that I need to work on, which is okay. And maybe it's physically or mentally or emotionally or spiritually or a combination of those things. But again, please give yourself grace. Yes, just give yourself grace going into this new year. Hopefully, many of you have put your words and your phrases in the chat. And I'm so sorry that I can't see it. I hate when that happens. Technology, like I said, is going to just do what technology does, which is sometimes not work. But I really do like reading you all's comments. But I hope that the words and phrases that you choose, you really cling to them again, moving into this new year, just with intention. With intention, none of us know, unless you're psychic. None of us know what the new year is going to bring, but regardless of whatever it brings, I hope for you that you can utilize, again, the holistic self care, hopefully, utilize the things that you've learned in mindset training, utilize ways to work on being a better version of yourself so that you can really build up that mental armor to get through whatever it is that 2025 may or may not bring. Um, when I reflected on this year, honestly, there were a lot of things. It was a little emotional roller coaster this year, with some challenges I just didn't anticipate because why not life throw the curveballs at us? And then some really great things as well. So though no one wants, who wants hardships? Like, right? Like, put in the chat. Do you want hardships? No, of course not. None of us do. But also um, when you really start to establish that mental armor for yourself, it doesn't make all your problems go away. But what it does is it can allow you to better handle the curveballs, the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride, the disappointments, all of that part. It can help you manage that better. And honestly, it can also help you manage the highs as well, like the amazing, great things that happen to us too. We need to be able to emotionally handle that as well. So again, just keep working on. Oh, I can finally see. Yay! I finally see a couple comments. I can't see all of them, but I can see a couple of them. But just again, keep working on yourself. That's my wish for you. Please keep your self care top of mind heading to the beginning of this year, and not just the beginning of this year, but throughout the year, and recognize again that you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be emotionally healthy, you deserve to thrive, you deserve to have inner peace, you deserve all of those things. Yeah, someone said mindset training, absolutely. So if you're just now tuning in, I'm wrapping up here because it is New Year's Eve for some of us who have not hit 2025. I can actually hear the fireworks already outside. But or maybe it's already Happy New Year 2025 for you if you're another part of the world. But yes, we finished today, chapter 21, mindset training. Oops, let me see if I can actually put it in the right way. I keep forgetting it's opposite. Mindset training, conquer your mind, and the rest will follow. This version of the book I believe should be on all outlets now. So there was an original version that many of you probably actually already have, which is this one. It is the same exact book. This one, if you have this one, it's actually the first copy. So it's a limited edition. Congratulations. But this one is not in circulation anymore. The new one, the new cover, it's just a new cover, but the same book is this one. So Mindset Training, Conquer Your Mind, the rest will follow. Same exact book though. So if you're like, wait a minute, my book doesn't look like that, it's just because the book cover changed, but same exact book. And hi, welcome. Again, I'm sorry I can't see all of your comments. I wish I could. But I do want to leave you with remembering to do your best of all the goals. Oh, hi from California. Of all the goals that you have for 2025, I hope one of them on there, high up on the list, is to make sure you're taking better care of yourself, incorporating more self-care, working on yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, and remembering to make yourself your number one priority. It does not mean you're selfish. It means that you're working on becoming a better version of who you are so you can show up powerfully for yourself and for the people around you. And hi from Virginia. Okay, so literally it's like the comments are trickling in right now. So I'm like almost done with the live here. And then of course now some of the comments, some of them are coming in. But nonetheless, have a blessed new year. You all be blessed. I will be back. Yes, I will be back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here live on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful New Year's Day. If you're not already there, like I mentioned, on New Year's Day, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, you guys.